see you feeling yourself. That type of pride ain't good for your health. Come on, as you wish. It didn't have to go down like this. I'm done talking, you didn't listen. I'll say it louder with my dish. I'm the attitude adjuster. Let's see if you tough enough to back up all that stuff. Young buster, buckle when these knuckles touch you. Hey, don't get fooled by the grain. I don't care what nobody say. Stand in my way, that's where you're lay. I don't play, no, you gotta get this work. Ooh, you gotta get this work. Ooh, you gotta get this work. Ooh, you gotta get this work. Your ego's about to get more than your feelings hurt.
Hey guys, Slugdog here to teach you how to play Yorick Jungle. I see a lot of people have been asking how to play Yorick Jungle, so let's get straight into it. I already know what you're thinking. Why should I play Yorick Jungle? Why don't I play Yorick Top instead? Okay, so Yorick Jungle is really good for a few reasons. One, Jungle is incredibly broken. It controls and dictates every single lane. You can affect any lane you want. If you want top to win, you get top to win. If you want mid to win, you get mid to win. Pretty powerful stuff. 2. Yorick has really good objective taking, right? Yeah, so why not make use of it? Solo Baron, Solo Herald, Solo Dragon quickly. Jungle is perfect for that. 3. You can just carry the game by carrying your team. If you play top lane, you always have to backdoor to carry. But if you play jungle, you can play the traditional way, team fight, and carry your team that way, you know? Join fights, stuff like that. It's a very traditional way of playing League of Legends. Very and simple. But the most important thing about why Yorick Jungle is really, really good compared to top lane, you don't have to deal with the 50 shitty matchups there. In top lane, you have to play against Jax, Aurelia, Fiora, Tryndamere. What the fuck? How the hell are you meant to win against those champions, right? Meanwhile, in jungle, who gives a shit? You're playing against the jungle. You're playing against yourself. You don't need to worry about what the enemy jungle does because you're playing by your rules. Now let's talk about the runes. So you're gonna go first strike. The reason first strike is best in Yorick Jungle is when you gank people, when you go for a kill, you want to burst as much as possible. You don't want long fights. The reason you're not gonna go for long fights is because of the way you build with Yorick as well. You're not going tanky. Tanky Yorick fucking sucks balls. Also, it generates money as well. In jungle, you don't get that much money. First strike makes some extra mullah. Very nice. But yeah, when you gank people, you're obviously going to get the sudden attack. First strike is always going to be best for that. Magical footwear, because free boots. Who cares, right? Futures market, because sometimes when you're first clear, you clear out all your camps, then you'll be missing a bit of money for Tiamat. This is perfect for that. Also, you get your spikes perfectly on time, no matter what, which is great. Approach velocity, because it works with your E. Very good synergy. You E the enemy, you run even faster than usual. Works amazing with Cerula's Grudge as well. Now secondary is domination. The reason domination is pretty sweet is because you're playing Yorick Jungle. When you're playing Yorick Jungle, you interact with the entire map, so you can get stacks of Ultimate Hunter really easily. Perfect, because you want Maiden up as much as possible, you know? You want it to be used at all times. Zombie Ward, because you're going to be moving around the map and hitting a lot of different wards and making mullah from it and getting AD because of it. I'm going to explain how you can move really fast across the map after this section. Alright, I think it's about time to talk to the builds. First item as usual, go your Ravenous Hydra, helps you clear, gives you 90 attack damage, lifesteal, ability haste, but mostly the fact that it makes you clear really, really fast. You're not gonna get any better item, and it's what you need for jungle. Going Tiamat first item, boom! Every multi-clear camp, gone in milliseconds. Of course you have your boots, I like my Lucidities, but you might like your Swifties. Tabbies and Mercs are viable options, especially if the enemy has a lot of AD or a lot of MR. You don't know? Look at the fucking team comp, you moron. Your mythic option. Eclipse or Prowlers. What do you want? Do you want the burst of Prowlers, utility of the dash, or do you want an Eclipse of the tankiness and the movement speed and the armor percent mythic passive, or do you want the lethality mythic passive with Prowlers? You choose. When I'm on high ping and I'm a little bit dumb, I like my Eclipse. But when I'm feeling spicy and I know I'm confident in my skills, I go Prowler's Claw. Typically, Prowler's Claw is better against squishies, Eclipse better against tanky champions. Don't ask about any other fucking mythics, you morons. Now the fourth option, Grudge or Cleaver. Are you feeling tanky and you want the Cleaver health stats? Or do you feel aggressive and you want that Grudge slow? Too bad, 90% of the time, you better be going Grudge. If I catch your ass going Cleaver, I'm gonna spank you. Fifth item, Spear of Shojin. A bit of a weird item. The reason why Shojin synergizes so well with Yorick jungle is because of the fact that you're running around constantly, you're spamming your abilities. You're not fucking running your head in, boom boom smashing your Q, you're tossing a lot of E's, tossing a lot of ghouls. That's why Shojin's perfect for. Gives you ability haste, gives you a lot of utility with the E and W, and also the movement speed's pretty nice. Now your last item is flex. What does that flex mean? Ranked flex? Why would I want to play ranked flex? It means you build whatever the fuck you want, whatever the fuck you need. I sometimes go more, I sometimes go dev stance. Bloodthirster if I'm feeling fun, GA if I'm feeling like, oh, it's gonna be the last fight. Axiom Arc if I want the utility and the 25 ability haste. Your moves if I want to run really fast. Go with the hell you want. Hell, you go Redemption, I don't give a shit. Now this is a good sample build. Very common build, Ravenous, Lucidity's Prowlers, Grudge, Shojin, and GA. I like this build a lot. However, I'd recommend if you're a shit ass to go Eclipse instead of Prowlers and Cleaver instead of Grudge. With that being done, I'm going to teach you guys how to clear on Yorick jungle. So every game I start Wolves, and the first thing you do is auto queue the Wolf, that way you get a Q on the cooldown timer. Now during this timer you want to spend all your time hitting the little Wolf, and right as your Q comes up you should be able to Q it and it will die to the Q. And then you hit the little wolf one time and hit the big wolf, and then go back to the little wolf and hit it with a Q to finish it off. And then you hit the big wolf and then you smite it when it's at 600 HP around, and then you can E the blue buff and that will have 3 graves which will jump on. When blue buff is around 300 HP you can swap over to Gromp and E it, and then you finish off blue buff to spawn a grave and then start killing Gromp. Once Gromp is around 600 HP, you can just leave the ghouls to finish it off and then you move on to Raptors. With Raptors, you auto it once and then walk back a little bit, and this will let you be able to get a really big E and you can hit everything. Now if you do it well, you can hit literally all of the small Raptors. Now this is really important because 2 E's is enough to kill the rest of the Raptors. Also hit the little ones as well. Or you can be like me and just, I guess, not even E it and then E red buff. I guess that's a solid option. And then you hit red buff. After it's on 400 HP, you can move on to the other objective of Krugs. And I don't think I can explain how to do Krugs to you, just hit it, and then you should be done by around 327. Now the reason why Wolf Start is really good is because it gives both laners advantage, which means that they can start in lane and do whatever the hell they want. They can start a cheese, they can, you know, control the wave, they have every option, you know. It's really annoying to leash for your jungler. And now, you know, solo jungle with Yorick, pretty sweet. Now I'm going to teach you guys why Yorick jungle in particular is really good. It's all because of one special item, one unique item. The blue egg. Yes, Squirtle, this little blue piece of shit. Now this blue piece of shit is really good because the way it works is, for those that don't know, when you run in the bush, you get movement speed and a lot of it for a few seconds. But when you kill a large monster, you get a lot of movement speed for a few seconds. Now this is really important because you can send your ghouls to kill Gromp, Wolves, any big monster, and then you can travel across to do something else, and while you're running, right as the monster dies, you get a big boost in movement speed and you can do a lot of things with that. Basically, you become a hyper mobile champion. You run really fast, no one can run away from you, and it's just really nice. Unfortunately, you do need to kill 40 large monsters before you get this off, but once you get it off, it is one of the most satisfying and fun things in League of Legends. I highly suggest you try it. Also for the runes, I go Smite and Ghost. Ghost along with this, woo-wee! Oh, you add in a Shojin movement speed as well? God damn, you're moving like a car. Now you guys might be finally asking, how the hell do you play Yorick jungle? What are you meant to do in team fights? What do you do in mid and late game? Alrighty. Now I'm going to teach you guys how to play team fights. The way you want to play for team fights is, it's different every time, but generally, you just want to play like a Necromancer, Bruiser sort of mage. So what I mean is, you toss your ghouls to poke, and when enemy gets low, you can walk in and finish them off with a Q. You are very squishy with this build, however, you do have a lot of movement speed with the blue egg, and that's really useful in getting away. But basically, your E and W are very powerful utility. Having a slow and terrain creation tool is very good. You can catch people off. That's how I start most fights off, catching somebody off, and then playing off slowly like that. With Yorick jungle, you really have to be cautious of how much ghouls you have. Depending on how much ghouls you have, it depends on your damage, alright? So finding ways to generate them, whether for you Raptors, Wolves, Krugs, or even the wave, you gotta get ghouls for fights. Don't give a shit about your teammates. If you don't have ghouls, you'll be missing a lot of damage. But even if you don't have ghouls, remember to keep track of your maiden, because maiden loves running in and dying. Anyways guys, that'll be it for the video. I love playing Yorick jungle and I have granted you all the wisdoms and everything you need to know to play him. I wish you all the best of luck, and there will be new Yorick Jungle videos coming out soon. Enjoy everybody, and remember to click on the subscribe button.